In today's video, guys, we're gonna compare two whiskies from Glenmorangie Distillery. The new core range whiskey, 12 years old, the original, and the old one, 10 years old, the original. Which one is better? Let's find out. Hello and welcome back. My name is Vlad, and in today's video I'm gonna compare for you two whiskies from Glenmorangie Distillery. 12 years old, the original new core range whiskey, and I'm gonna compare this with 10 years old, the old one, the traditional old whiskey which we all know, the Glenmorangie 10, the original. Both bottled at 40% of ABV, both whiskey probably chill filtered and caramel color added. So let's find out which one is better. I'm gonna start from the 10 years old, from the old one. On the nose, it's very light, very fruity, very malty, with that kind of floral notes, that kind of new makey notes. Very, very fruity. Citrus, apple, pineapple, some cinnamon maybe. Very fruity, fresh, zesty on the palate. Again, sweet, slightly oily, slightly honey, malty, fresh, kind of new makey, some floral notes, but it's quite solid whiskey. Loads of fruitiness, pineapple, apple, some lemon. When swallow, that kind of ginger spiciness coming up. All that fruits, that maltiness. Towards the finish, medium length finish, with that maltiness, fruitiness, that kind of maybe herbal, that floral notes, that kind of new makey notes. Quite nice, solid, staple whiskey from the Glenmorangie Distillery. What about the new one, 12 years old? On the nose, definitely more caramelly, more vanilla. That fruitiness is slightly tuned down, but you have some peaches, pineapple, apricots. Definitely more caramel, more vanilla than in 10 years. Kind of silky, creamy. You can smell that kind of thickness of this whiskey, which is definitely better than on the 10 years old. Let's go to the palate. Definitely more silky, more creamy, more oily texture on the palate, I need to say. Definitely more caramel and vanilla initially, more sweet. Still has some fruitiness, but slightly more covered by that cask influence, I would say, by that caramelly vanilla notes. When swallow, that ginger spiciness, that ginger bite is definitely lower, it's less than was on the 10 years old, and there is definitely sweeter definitely more towards the caramel and vanilla. Finish is quite same length as on 10 years old, but in this case we've got more sweet finish with definitely less graininess, less maltiness, and definitely that floralness which comes from the new make is better covered in that 12 years old. Actually, you cannot detect this floralness on the 12, which means that 2 years make a little difference. So definitely you've got more casks influence in the 12 years old. This whiskey is slightly sweeter. It has better, sweeter finish. So I think, as we have now in the most of the distilleries, most of the whiskies, they're changing the profile towards more sweet profile because people like sweetest stuff. People like sweet drinks, sweet food, and whiskey also need to be definitely more sweet to give more joy. To conclude this video, the 10 years old is slightly younger, more fruity, more grainy, and more gingery as the 12 years old, because in this case we have more casks influence. This whiskey is slightly sweeter, slightly older, and also not that spicy, not that gingery as 10 years old. That's how the comparison of two whiskies from Glenmorangie Distillery looks like. The 12 years old new core range versus the old 10 years old whiskey. Guys, if you like this video, just leave thumbs up. You can also press that subscribe button to support my channel. And remember one important thing: take care about yourselves, about your families, drink your whiskeys, enjoy your life, and see you soon. Bye.